Good evening and welcome to a very windy Cape Town. As always, every time I come to this spot, it's just either freezing cold or very windy. Welcome to Cape Town. You join me in front of a 2004 Prado, more specifically my father's 2004 Prado. Now, he absolutely loves this car to bits. He will never sell it. We've done over 200,000 kilometers in it. It's been amazing, but that's not the point. One drawback of this car, and most cars from this era, are the headlights. Excuse the hazard, I'm in the dark, in the middle of nowhere, which is a bit of a safety precaution. The headlights suck. There's no two ways about it, they suck. We've tried to combat it by fitting these driving lights. They're not much better either. They are just a different color. 20-30 meters of light throw, that's about it. Now you might say the solution is, just fit a light bar or spotlights. Two problems. There are so many options at the moment. Which one do you go for? And secondly, which do you pick? LED light bar or spotlights? Now that depends majorly on your use case. But today/tonight, we're going to be going over your two options and which one you should pick for your vehicle. But before we get to that, I want to get back to my first point. Which option do you go for? Now there are, as I mentioned, a lot of brands, some fly-by-nighters and some very reputable brands. And one of them who's coming onto the 4x4 and leisure market now is OSRAM. Now OSRAM are a staple in the market. They make unbelievable products, reliable products, high quality products, and they're now venturing into the 4x4 world, as I mentioned. So to get back to which option you should pick for your vehicle, we're going to be looking at their two mainstream options. So I actually had to pull the spec sheets out because I need to make sure I get this right. On your left hand side, you've got the OSRAM FX 500 CB, and on your right hand side you've got the OSRAM MX 180 CB. Just a quick gloss over on what these two lights offer. LED bars in general are great for delivering a spread of light. You can either have them usually in like a flood setup or a spot setup. What makes the FX 500 CB quite special is that it has a combo pattern. So in your middle, you've got a few LEDs dedicated to your spot, and on the outside, you've got your set of LEDs dedicated to spread. Your MX 180s, they're just traditional spotlights, but they are immensely powerful. Again, let me just fact check. So the FX 500 has a light cast of 440 meters on your spot and a 5-degree beam pattern, again on your spot, and 5,500 lumens. MX 180s, they've got a light cast of about 300 meters and 3,000 lumens, and again the 5-degree beam angle. Now, something that OSRAM did quite different is the LEDs aren't direct facing, and what I mean by that is they actually deflect up against the reflector and then out. Now this makes it a lot easier to control the light that the spotlights cast. So you have much finer control over your pattern, your beam pattern. But enough chit chat and ramble. It's time to show you what these lights can do. And to do that, I'm going to turn the camera around and then individually turn on the spotlights and then the LED bar, and you will see the difference in the light cast. It's finding that balance of which lights you need. Do you need something that has a bit more spread but has spot? And you can get the FX 500 in a spot only. I would go for this one if I was looking at an LED bar, but that's not the point of this video. It's should you go for spotlights or should you go for an LED bar? So just a note, I do have my little floodlight that I use for filming on the side just so that the camera can pull focus. But first up is the spotlights. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to connect them to the battery. They will produce more power if you have them powered through the car with the car running, but it's a bit difficult to do that on my own now. The important thing is the beam pattern. Now these lights are what I would imagine close to the height that I would have them set up. But as you can see, even if I just move them around a bit, it's not going to make much of a difference because the light is very focused. So spotlights are ideal for that distance, the absolute darkness penetrating. That's what spotlights are made for. That's what they excel at. So next up is the LED bar. And now for the LED bar. So let's connect that up. Excuse the sparking. And yeah, you'll see immediately it's just a wider spread of light. The spot isn't as strong because obviously that is a combo light. You would expect to see a more concentrated light if you had to pick the spot pattern LED bar. But as you can see, a much wider cast, a much more gradual light, but still has that darkness penetration that your light is designed for after all. Cameras have a difficult time capturing artificial light, especially LED, I should add that. But it should give you an idea because the camera's exposure settings haven't changed. So that will give you at least an idea of what different light patterns the two lights offers. Now, if this would have been an three-way, we would have had a spot LED bar as well. But alas, this is what we have available to us right now. And I think that it will give you at least a very good idea of the different light pattern with this rise here on the left-hand side and the flatness of the gravel road in front of us. So there you can see for yourself, very similar in concept, but to be honest, two different applications. If you want raw penetrating power, spotlight is the way to go. This isn't a competition between these two lights. It's which application you need it for and which one suits that better. The spotlights are amazing for raw illumination, darkness penetration, that's the one to go for. If you want a bit more of a flood and a bit more spread with your light, the LED bar is the option to go for. Remember, you can also get it in a spot configuration. If like us, you've got a nudge bar like this vehicle is fitted with, space is a problem. Our only option is to go for the LED bar. We don't want to fit spotlights to the outside or on the top here, that looks horrible. So we will more than likely be fitting one of these. My dad absolutely loves the spread of the light that this one had. He's very chuffed with it. So we will more than likely be fitting one of these to the nudge bar in this gap here and get rid of these little candle lights. So if space is your problem, LED bar, again, combo or spot pattern. And if you have space, the spots is my recommendation. So it just essentially comes down to two. What type of light pattern you want, and is space a problem for you? Look at those two options and that will essentially guide you which direction to go. But from our side, we recommend both of these setups wholeheartedly. They are amazing lights, they're well built, they're well priced for what you get and the reputation and the support that you will have buying lights from OSRAM. So once again, from the SF4x4 team, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to get out of this wind. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. Please subscribe to our newsletter. We are pumping out content, amazing content, lots of great trips coming up, and even more exciting products. I really hope this wind doesn't destroy my audio. Follow us on social media, share it with your friends, share this video on your social media and tag us in it. And show some support, show some love. It shows us that we're doing the right thing, generating the type of content that you want to see, which in turn just makes it a bit more exciting and a bit more enjoyable for us, which makes the content even better. So please thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.